Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy is an autosomal dominant disorder with 50% involvement of first-degree relatives, though the extent of involvement is variable. The hallmark of the disorder is severe hypertrophy of the left ventricle, even though biventricular forms may be rarely seen. In the obstructive variety of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, known in short as HOCM, asymmetric hypertrophy of the interventricular septum compared to the posterior wall is the predominant feature. The hypertrophied septum impinges on the left ventricular outflow tract, producing obstruction. Please subscribe to this channel for future updates. Click on the subscribe button. Press the bell icon after that for all updates. Diastolic frame of echocardiography in parasternal long axis view in hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, demonstrating the thickened interventricular septum, which is disproportionate to the thickness of the left ventricular posterior wall. The echo density of the IVS is also varying with a speckled appearance. The anterior mitral leaflet is in open position and aortic valve is in a closed position, indicating diastole. The left atrium is dilated. Compared with the size of the aorta, usually both are roughly equal in this view. Color Doppler evaluation in the parasternal long axis view in hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, illustrating the mitral diastolic flow. The mitral flow is not turbulent as indicated by the blue color, without any variance or mosaic formation. The AML is seen in the open position and aortic valve in closed position, suggesting diastolic frame. Early systolic frame in echocardiography in hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Early systolic frame shows that the aortic valve is open but the left ventricular outflow tract is wide and the AML is in the closed position. This frame is just before the onset of the systolic anterior motion or SAM of the mitral valve. In the eject obstruct leak sequence of dynamic LVOT obstruction, this is the initial eject phase. Color flow mapping in early systole in hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Color Doppler imaging in early systole in HCM shows that the flow in LVOT is not turbulent, that is red color without any mosaic or variance. This corresponds to the eject phase of the eject obstruct leak sequence. The blue color behind the mitral valve is possibly a slight backflow during the closing of the valve. Echocardiographic frame later in systole demonstrating the SAM of the mitral valve. This is due to suction effect of the LVOT ejection, that is Venturi effect. SAM causes further narrowing of the LVOT in addition to the obstruction caused by the hypertrophied septum jutting into the LVOT. Abnormal orientation of the papillary muscle and the consequent pull can also contribute to this SAM. SAM septal contact time is the time during which the SAM touches the IVS. The more the SAM septal contact time, the more severe the LVOT obstruction. SAM septal contact also causes the formation of a plaque in this region, which could be a nidus for infective endocarditis in hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Another site for vegetations in HCM is the aortic valve, on which the LVOT jet strikes, usually the ventricular aspect. Color flow mapping during the SAM shows the turbulent flow in the LVOT. A small mitral regurgitation jet is also visible behind the mitral valve into the left atrium. This image demonstrates the last two phases of the eject obstruct leak sequence in hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy. Dynamic changes in LVOT obstruction can be brought out by giving and releasing hand grip, as well as imaging in the supine and standing position. But imaging in standing position is difficult as the echo window will not be good in the standing position. Still, it might be possible to demonstrate dynamic changes in LVOT gradient in certain cases. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future updates and click on the bell icon for all updates. Thank you.